Have you been waiting for the day to relax, unwind? Well, if I've got it right, I think today is the day that the collective influence is telling you to take care of yourself. We're going to talk about that next. I'm Chris McClary with your daily Co-Mind Report, July 18th, 2018, and we are looking for the biggest collective influence that might be affecting the way you think, feel, and behave on any given day. Let's get straight into it. For the astrology, we have Libra Moon. Where is my cursor? There's the Libra Moon. And it's got several aspects with Mars and Saturn, but most importantly for our work for the main influence, we have opposing Chiron in Aries. Aries being more of the ego, self, fire, but Chiron being the wounded healer. So we're taking care of ourselves. Well, let's go back to the Libra Moon. Kind of helps us to harmonize. It is kind of more of a relationship, but harmony is the key here. And with it opposing Chiron and Aries, we're looking at a day to just relax, unwind, and pamper yourself. Which really does lend itself to the Dreambot run. And again, if you don't know what Dreambot is, look down in the comments section and you get a link to a little more explanation of what that is. But the daily dreams, the collective dreams, are showing us in these red arrows: maintenance, roof, roads, concerned, self, health. So it's all about maintenance, maintaining what you already own, what you already have, rejuvenating, kicking back, taking care of yourself, that sort of thing. Now, what we do also have in here is a slight, well, first of all, down at the bottom, you can see connection is there. So Libra is also here, even fancy possibly. And more importantly, or more prevalent here, is kind of a sports kind of mindset. Score, kart even, university, gym. It's not extremely pronounced, but if we want to put that into astrology, we could probably say that Mars is conjunct with the South Node. So especially with Mars in retrograde, you can kind of feel like a last second fade jump shot to win the game, or maybe you don't know if you're ever going to win this game. You're so far behind, and maybe to the point where you almost feel like giving up. So that might be this aspect with the scores and the sports and that sort of thing. And when we get into the counseling section of our report, which is coming up here in a little bit, we're going to be looking at that sensation of giving up, and we're going to combine it all with this maintenance section. Okay, and I think that's it for the collective influence. Now let's talk about how to actually surf the collective waves, the collective influence. We're going to do that next. Well, maybe not. Let's go with it. All right, welcome back. We are in the pre-counseling section. So if I'm telling you accurately what the collective influence is going to be, or the biggest influence is going to be, and then you actually go out and feel these sensations, then this section tells you a little bit how to orchestrate that, or how to handle it. And in this section, I'm going to be referring to our IM2 model, which is the model that you saw in the transition. The IM2 is the Inspirational-Achievement Model, and it's a bipolar view of the world of basically yin and yang, being and doing. And so many concepts before and so many theologies are encouraging you to ride both paths at the same time. And I'll show you documentation and scientific study how, especially more creativity, so I have a degree in creativity, more creativity comes when you can segregate the two and balance it out in a way to where you actually go to the extremes of the being and then the extremes of the doing on any given day. But the I am two model is one half doing and one half being. And today, the influence is strongly suggesting that you be. Being has to be done correctly, though, because it's not just about laying around and watching TV. You're getting input from other people. Your mind's not really relaxing. It's kind of focused on somebody else's words, for example. So today is about rejuvenation, but you can't really do that if your mind is focused on something else. So we're going to defocus our mind. We're going to create more and more awareness. That's called a divergent thinking or divergent mind and creativity, and really start to relax. This all starts with the mind. The acronym that I use for the yin state or the being state, and again, this is just a very broad introduction, but the acronym that I use for the yin state is SAVOR. Today, as much as you can, even if you're at work and even if you're doing something, a project, I want you to try to enter the being state at some point today. And the acronym is SAVOR. So you're surrendering, and you're not surrendering to anything or anyone, but you're surrendering your body in such a way that it becomes much more relaxed. So something routine, like a routine activity like driving, you don't want to get too relaxed and you don't want to get too like hypnotic or whatever, but you can definitely see whether or not you've got a lot of tension as you're driving. And so pay attention, become more aware of these different facets, become more aware of the people driving around you, be more aware of the signs that you're passing and the landscape, for example, or the amount of lights or the different buildings. Become aware of more things outside and inside. And as you do this, as you become more aware and less focused on things, then your body naturally relaxes. And that's the rejuvenation state of the being state. So savor, surrender, awareness, so broadening your awareness. If doing is all about focused and hard work, being is about opening your awareness and being more aware of things around you and inside you. Opening your awareness. V is vulnerability, becoming vulnerable. As you relax, it kind of feels vulnerable because most of us are all tensed up and I don't know, fight or flight-ish. It's always stressed out, and that's a tension state. So in being or yin, it's quite the opposite. It's vulnerable. It's vulnerable is relaxed. And then O is open, so opening your awareness and open to new experiences and be curious and that sort of thing. And then finally R is relax and reality. You're seeing things as it really is instead of through the lens of what you want it to be. And now that I realize that I've talked about all the being, I forgot to, and let's see, I'll go over here. This is the model that I was talking off of. And half is doing, but that's not today. Today is mostly being. And we talked about, well, what if I have to go to work? I have to work hard, that sort of thing. That's okay. And we talked about you can actually be doing something while you're in a being state. That gets kind of confusing. I would rather it be clean cut and only doing specifically, and we'll talk about that when it becomes appropriate. But right today, it's all about yin. It's all about being, or at least that's what I'm seeing from the collective dreams in the astrology. And oh, by the way, we missed the numerology, but there was some important things in there, and it had to do with sports and giving up. And the yin state is the being state, and it is kind of has a sensation of giving up. In other words, there's no struggle. It is a giving up. We need to practice how to give up properly. It's not just well, I give up, I'm never going to do anything again. It's just in this moment, I'm giving up. I'm not struggling. I'm not doing anything. I'm not trying to achieve something. That's what the yin state is today. And that's how you get really rejuvenated. When you're in the massage table, or when you're in the salon, or you're doing something else, maybe at the beach, you have to relax. You have to put your phone down and surrender to the moment and become more aware. We'll get into more details about this model as it becomes available, or as the collective influence talks about that. But today is the day to be, and that's how you rejuvenate, and it's how you get inspired too. So creativity. All right, if you like this video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up and follow and share. So have a wonderful day, okay? Today is a day of healing. If you do it right, you can really get a lot more energy and a lot more rejuvenation. I have a question for you. Are you sensing the collective influence? And if you are, please put a comment down somewhere. Find us on Facebook, comment there, or YouTube, comment there. You can even comment at the website, projectcomind.com. Let's do it. Have a great day, everybody.